Hey, it's Chris from Chris Beat Cancer, and today I've got a very special guest. We're at the Healing Strong event. We're just wrapping up on Sunday, and I had to pull Ann aside to share her story with you because it is awesome. So, Ann Cooper, tell me of what happened to you 13 years ago. Almost 13.
Almost 13 years ago. I was going in for a normal checkup and found out that there was they did a CAT scan for some other reason and found in the process a tumor in my pancreas. And it started a long, long journey 13 years ago.
And you initially tried to get into a clinical trial and they turned you down, right?
That's right. Eventually I went through a lot of other things first. Reading books, learning people, calling doctors, trying all kinds of information gathering, I would call it.
That's the most important thing too.
Yes,
and
it is.
A lot of people don't gather information, they just do the first thing the doctors tell them to do, right?
Right.
But you were determined to learn.
I was determined to learn.
And you were looking for answers.
And I wanted to, yes, and make the right decision. So you've got to take your responsibility for your own body,
Yes.
and your own healing, and get research and ask lots of questions, even of the doctors you're meeting with, because they have to answer you. And if they don't have to answer you, they just won't. And they'll say, this is what we want you to do, and you have to do it.
And so you refused surgery?
I refused surgery.
What about chemo?
Chemo I refused.
What about radiation?
I refused it.
Okay. So you tried to get into a clinical trial, and what did they tell you?
I was approved, I thought. I went to New York to get to speak with the alternative. It was a trial for alternative medicine on one side and chemo on the other side. And so I had to meet with also the surgeon from Columbia Presbyterian Hospital. And he asked me why. I don't even remember how he did it now, but anyway, it came up that I could have surgery. Could you have surgery? And I said yes. And he said, then you cannot be in the clinical trial.
So basically they refused to let her in the clinical trial because she was not willing to have surgery. She didn't want to do it, and they wanted her to. Okay, so eventually you found out about Dr. Nicholas Gonzalez and Dr. Linda Isaacs in New York, right?
They were the alternative medicine doctors on the other side of the trial test.
Now, was this the same National Cancer Institute trial that kind of went
went south? What went wrong?
Yeah, there's a book about this. It's called What Went Wrong, and this clinical trial that she tried to get into was rigged. So she bypassed the clinical trial and went straight to Dr. Gonzalez and Dr. Isaacs. And tell me what they did. They put you on a nutritional protocol, right? Mm-hmm. And what was that?
The nutritional protocol is, geared for each person. Mine was very much vegetarian.
Okay, vegetarian diet. And did they give you supplements?
We ordered our own supplements, but they have a place in California that makes them for them so that they know the quality of them. And I ordered the supplements. I took 150 to 180 supplements a day.
That's a lot of supplements. It sounds like me. I don't think I took quite that many, but I took a lot. Now, most of those were what?
Enzymes.
Pancreatic enzymes, right?
Yes, right.
Pancreatic enzymes are very powerful in the body. They're like cancer scavengers. When you take them on an empty stomach, they circulate throughout your body and break down tissue. And pancreatic they're also known as proteolytic enzymes. They're protein digesting enzymes, and they're very powerful against cancer. So that's why you took 60 a day, right?
That's correct.
Now, is there anything else you did? You did a little bit of juicing, like juice once a day?
I juiced 2 times a day.
2 times a day? Vegetarian diet?
Vegetarian diet. I also did tons. You have to do cleanses.
You did coffee enemas, didn't you?
I did coffee enemas. I did what they call liver gallbladder cleanse, because you got to get that, and you also have to do an intestinal cleanse. Not every day. Now you are on the protocol for 15 days, and then you do a cleanse.
Yep.
After that 15 days, because you want to get your body cleaned out, because you've been killing the bad stuff, hopefully, with your protocol. And so you got to get the bad stuff out, cleanse your body. Then you go back on the protocol, and then 15 days later you do another cleanse.
Did you do anything else besides that? Did you do any exercise or any other major parts of your plan?
Yeah, no, I've just always been an active person. I mean, I walk a lot, but nothing. I did do some oxygen and treadmill therapy later on.
How long before you were cancer-free?
You are never cancer-free, Chris.
That's right.
You are never cancer-free. You are in remission, and you are feeling great, and so who cares? Because everyone has cancer cells in their body.
That's right. That's right. So how long before they couldn't detect any?
Cancer cells? I
Yeah.
don't know. I
It's been
quit.
13 years, you quit going.
I quit going. I quit having those nasty things that put radiation back in your body just to see where you're at. And I didn't, I was fine. I'm fine. And I did go right before I came to this seminar, Healing Strong, because I knew that somebody would ask that question. So I thought, okay, I'll go get this. But it's been 7 years since my last CAT scan.
That's awesome. 13 years almost, pancreatic cancer. This is unheard of. But by the way, not surprised at all, because the body created it, the body can heal it. You just have to give it what it needs, and that is nutrition and maybe a little extra enzymes and some supplemental support on top
And
of
I
that.
gotta say this, Chris, before we close. God walked with me, the Holy Spirit walked with me the entire way.
Yeah.
When other people were telling me I was crazy, when other people said you don't want to do this, when He said, and as clearly as I'm seeing it now in my spirit, this is not for you. And I said, you're right, Lord, this is not for me. And that's what I told the last surgeon. I went to 3 surgeons. I was scheduled for surgery twice. Okay, so I wasn't impulsive. And he then told me where to go, what to do. And I don't know how to explain that, because people think that He's going to come down and just go boom, but He doesn't. But He will put people in front of you in your life, in your, that you'll pick up a magazine, you'll see something on television. Me being here to you, I've learned something at this seminar that I didn't know after 13 years, because I listened to somebody else, and the Lord said, that's for you. And so you've got to keep your mind open and listen to it, because wellness is a lifetime process, and that's what the Lord wants us all to be: happy and healthy and well and loved, knowing that He loves us until He calls us home. And that's what I've learned in these 13 years.
Amazing. Amazing! Okay, well, that's true. You ask God for help, ask Him to lead you and guide you, and He will. He puts people in your life, information in your life. He orchestrates circumstances that you just would never believe. When you ask Him to do it, He will. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.